house. Imagine you're stranded at Grandma and Grandpa's beach house, but to your dismay they had no games to pass the time. So after you're exhausted from kayaking all day, you convince someone to play a game with you, but to your dismay they had no games to pass the time. Or do they? Mancala is among the oldest games in the world. It's a game you can make and play even on a desert isle. All you need to do is draw or dig 12 holes and gather 48 stones. But if it's raining outside, you can still play Mancala just by raiding the refrigerator. Unknown to some, whenever you buy a dozen eggs, you're also buying the perfect Mancala board. And if you don't have stones, dried beans are a perfect substitute. All you need to do is cut the lid off, cut the lid in half, trim off any problem areas, set up the board, and you're ready to go. If Waging War is more your style, all you really need is a pencil and paper. There are probably many names for this game, but we'll just go with Space War. Kind of like Pitch Car, this is also a sort of a clicking game. On a piece of paper you draw an even amount of ships for each side, preferably something simple because you're going to be redrawing them. And to make it more challenging, you may want to draw some obstacles, like meteors. And to move your ship, you place the pencil on the drawn ship and flick the pencil. And at the end of that pencil line, you redraw your ship and you scratch out or erase your starting point. If you hit one of the obstacles, you lost control of your ship and your ship's destroyed. But if you use that same flicking motion to attack a ship, the hit doesn't have to stop on that ship, it just has to go through it. You scratch out the destroyed ship and you move your ship to the end of your pencil line. You can set any goal you'd like in this game. The simplest, of course, is destroy your enemy fleet. Battleship is another easy one you play on paper. You don't necessarily need the plastic and the pegs. And finally, I made an impromptu game of my own, using a chessboard and a bunch of extra dice. We'll just call it deckers, or, well, maybe Chase? Each player gets 8 dice each. First is the setup phase. On their turn of the setup phase, they roll a die and they place it on the board where they like. The next player does the same, and you repeat till all the dice are on the board. Obviously, it works best if each player has distinctive dice, so of course they can tell their pieces apart. And finally, you place what we'll just call a king, or really just a target you're trying to get to. To move your dice, your pieces can either move one space, or as many spaces as shown on top of the die. But when they do move, you move them like they're rolling. So if it moves forward one space, the face of the die changes. If you land on a space your opponent's piece is on, the die of the higher number on top is the winner, and the other die is removed from the board. In the case of ties, both dice would be removed. But it's an example of when your options are limited, you can find or come up with a brand new game of your own. I haven't tested this game, so feel free to give it a try and let me know if you come up with any rules for it of your own. You've been watching the Gamers Grind Show. Gamers Grind is located at 6326 Main Avenue in Orangevale, California. Be sure to like us on Facebook, visit our website, and of course come on down and play some games off the wall.